So here we start the occlusogram by clicking on the image capture button. In this window, we will acquire the digital models and lateral cephalometric images. Now, for what concerns the digital models, you just have to select the proper resolution. I would recommend 150 or 200 dpi, and click on this button. Then you have to wait a few seconds, generally not more than 10 seconds, in order to have these two images loaded by the program. So I'll try to click here, and we can see that the two images for the upper and the lower have been loaded here. Please note that the lower image has been flipped so that you see on that the right side is on top. If you had to acquire the images from a plaster model, you should have scanned this with a flatbed scanner, and then you could have loaded the image by clicking here. Then you look for the images that you have saved, or directly connect with the scanner. We do this for the lateral cephalometric. I just click here and look for the X-ray of this patient, which has been loaded. Now I have the three images, but what I do need to do is to give a proper dimension reference. For the digital models, I don't need to do it because everything is included as an information within the digital model. So the T3D Occlusogram software knows the dimensions of this image. But for what concerns this other image, I have to give a reference. So I just click here, click and drag on the reference 3, 4, 5. Whatever you select with this is 50 millimeters. So I say that this distance is about 50 millimeters, and so that the image is resized. And this means also that this image has a correct proportion with the digital models. If we needed to do the same, but we didn't have the reference as we have in this image, what we should have done is this. For example, just click on digital models and take this reference. This is a sure reference. We know that from the most forward point of the arch to the most distal of the arch, there are 51 millimeters. So I go to the lateral cephalometric, which now has been resampled, so probably we won't see a big difference. And I go from this point to this point. And what I would say is that we have some error with this procedure. You can see that we have a couple of millimeters of error, sometimes less than this. But this procedure is accurate enough for our purposes. So if you don't have a reference, what you will have to do is to take this dimension here, go to the lateral cephalometric, draw this segment here, and give to this segment the same size you have taken here, so that the software will give the correct proportions to the two images. Now, another important thing that we have to do, in my opinion, is that we crop this image for the skull. So we click on this button, and we crop the image here. So now we have the three images, and we can go on with the occlusogram. There are other things you can do at this level, but this won't be discussed here because it is just a basic introduction tutorials to the occlusogram.